Okay, this is Kathy Levitt here, and I am going to do a sea-inspired or ocean-inspired set of nails. And I'm going to show you right now. Now, I'm using a temporary camcorder because my flip camera broke on me. And I am hopefully getting a new camcorder for Christmas, or maybe right after. So anyway, I'm kind of using my old camera, which does allow some recording, so the picture is not the greatest. But we're going to try and see how it goes. So what I did was I took these 12 nails, which are on this plastic spline here, and you can just take these and take them right off, and you glue them right on. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to do like a mermaid on these two, and maybe do kind of an oceany thing. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing here, maybe seashells or something, but I'm going to do an ocean inspired set. So what I did here was I am using a combination of acrylic paints and nail polish. Well, actually, wait, yeah, because this is nail polish, this is nail polish. These are acrylic paints. So let me show you the acrylic paints I'm using right now. This is Beach Glass by Martha Stewart. These are fantastic. Some of them are a little transparent, so you might have to add a little white paint to make it a little more opaque. But most of the colors are pretty opaque. They go on really nice and smooth, creamy texture. And then the pink is Mardi Gras beads, and I did add a little white to that because this can be a little transparent too. So I added some white to that. So let me finish putting one more coat of the Mardi Gras beads. I just love this color. So I did one coat, so I'm going to put on a second coat. Now I found that with acrylic paints, they do go on a little differently than nail polish when you're doing like the base coat type thing, I guess. They can streak a little bit. You have to be careful. So you just kind of have to keep going over it. You might need a few coats to get the look you want, but it can streak a little bit. It probably depends on the brush you're using too. I could probably use a wider brush and get a better effect. But I'm going to go over that again because there's a little water in there. So we'll just let that dry, and I'll go over that another time. And let me do this one. This color is pretty transparent. Most of her colors are nice, and I don't need this many coats, but this color is pretty light. Okay, we're going to let that dry. Okay, so I have my color palette that I'm going to work with on this, and I just took a paper plate, nothing fancy here. So as you see, I have the pink that I just did, the sea foam or the beach glass, I'm done with that. Then I have, this is Geranium by Joe Sanja, and I have a lot of acrylic paints because I'm an artist by trade, and I just kind of started doing nail art in the last few years, but doing it online and selling these is new to me. But I have been doing nail art for friends for a few years, and I use acrylic paints. And if you use a top coat, 2 coats of a top clear coat, that'll protect the acrylic paint and you'll be fine. So anyway, this is Geranium by Joe Sanja. It's just a beautiful red. I love it, but any red is fine. If you want to use polish, if that's what you're comfortable working with, that's fine. I don't think it really matters too much. I just like acrylic paints because, well, I have a lot of them, and they're cheaper to use. Polish can get expensive, and there's so many colors to choose from. You can mix them up. They're really great. This is yellow. This is another Martha Stewart acrylic paint. And let me get the tube here. And this is Rubber Ducky. Isn't that cute? Cute little name. And like I said, it's a nice texture to work with. And this is Liquitex in just Mars Black. And then I have a couple lighter colors. This is Unbleached Titanium by Liquitex. And this is another Joe Sanja color, which is called Island Sand. Isn't that a beautiful name? And then I have this really pretty green, which is another Martha Stewart, and I don't have the tube with me, but anyway, you get the basic idea, okay? So you can really use any colors you want. You know, it's your design, but I'm just showing you what I'm using here. Okay, so what we're going to do, I just want to make sure you can see what I'm doing here. And I painted this silver. I'm really kind of finding with my nail sets, I like to have 1 or 2 nails that are silver or gold. I don't know, I just like the way it looks. Okay, so we're going to do the head. Glue there, I can cover that up with pink thing. And then I'm going to do the shoulders. See, being a painter, an artist, I usually paint on large canvases. So I've kind of had to learn how to paint on a much smaller canvas. But that's okay. Just use smaller brushes. But I do paint a lot of mermaids. I'm just struggling with the scale, I guess. So we have her torso. Okay. I'm going to go over that again. That doesn't take very long to dry. And we're going to do the tail. Obviously I can't get it all in the frame here, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have it where the tail is kind of coming up the side. Isn't that cute? And I'm going to go over this again. Obviously it's a little too light. I'm going to add a few more colors here. I'm going to get a little bit of a darker green. Turquoise would be pretty too. I have that somewhere, but for the sake of time, I'm going to use just this. Go over it again. There we go. Look at that. That's much darker. That's much better. You can see it a lot better. Okay. It takes practice. You know, I've been an artist for a long time, so I have a pretty steady hand. But like I said, doing it on a smaller scale is different. You know, you have to move. Whoops, I got some green paint on there. I have to fix that. You know, you have to move around. If you're working on somebody's hands, you'll have to move them around, make them work for you. So see, we're getting the shape here of the tail. And just keep going over it until you get the look you want. You don't want it too thick, obviously. These Martha Stewart paints are a nice consistency. Any acrylic paints you get at Michael's, whether it's folk art or cream coat, Americana, they usually have a pretty nice, thin, polishy-like consistency. You might have to add a little water. Some of them can get a little chunky, I should say. So just add a little water. Okay, so now we have the tail and the body. I'm trying not to get my hand in the way. You know, everything is made of shapes. So you can really draw or paint. And you have to think of the paintbrush as kind of like a pencil. You know, some people get intimidated by it, but the more you practice, the better it gets. It's really just about control. Having good brushes to work with, good materials, and everything comes down to shapes. So like the head is a circle, you have the neck, which is basically a cylinder, the torso is basically kind of a rectangle, I guess, a rhombus or something. I don't remember my geometry too well, but it's, you know, it's like kind of like that, you know. And then you do the shoulders from there. You want to taper in, and I always like to kind of have the hand up like it's kind of waving, and then I just do little circles like that. You know, you get the basic shape. And I have noticed when you use acrylic paints, after it dries, you got to make sure you wait for the acrylic paint to dry, and you put 2 top coats on. It really takes on a different life. It becomes much more shiny, and it really brings it to life. Now I want to do the mouth. This is really tricky. Okay. Oh, that came out good. I like little Cupid doll lips. You know, kind of lips that kind of go like that, and then you kind of go down like that. Isn't that cute? But gotta do it on a tiny, tiny scale. So since the tail is here, I'm gonna put my hair over here. See what I mean? Because then it's, whoops, I'll just take care of that. Then it's more balanced. So I'm gonna take this, and we're just gonna create the flowing hair. You can go over the eyes, that's okay. And, you know, the hair is kind of coming out of here, because it comes out of the neck too, or the bottom part of the head. Isn't that cute? You want it to kind of sweep over. And this might need a couple coats too. Let's see. Isn't that sweet? So that's what we have so far. I hope the picture's good, because I'm using this old camera here. Now, I think I'm going to give her a red top, because I love this color red so much. Okay. So all we're going to do is real simple. We're just going to go right across. Like that. Now she's not naked. And just kind of dot it on, and this looks really good when it's dry. See, I did a practice mermaid earlier. See? And just do that over the green. Isn't that sweet? Hey, I just got an idea. I'm going to put some in her hair too, because she has gold hair. Oh, that's going to look so cute. I really like the shiny. I'm not a fan of shiny nail polish as much. You know, the nail polish that comes with built-in. I like the glittery ones, but the ones with the built-in sheen, I can't explain what it is. I'm not a big fan of those. With like the shiny, iridescent, I should say. I don't like iridescent. But isn't that sweet? That's just cute. And it's simple. It just takes practice. And I'll do one on that after I paint over that and fix that. I don't know what I'm going to do here or here or here. I'll figure it out as I go. But that's my little mermaid.